Here's the thing about accents. They're weird. They don't make a lot of sense. I don't understand how they work. But, like, La Llorona is unacceptable. That is just wrong. I understand that not everyone can go the full La Llorona. Not everyone can roll the R's. Not everyone is blessed with the gifted tongue of the Latinos. But, like, La Llorona, perfectly acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
No problem with that. That's great. You go La Llorona your way to a happy grave. It's the La Lloronas of the world. It's the La Lloronas of the world that were pissed. It says it in the trailer. The Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah.
Watch the trailer. It tells you how to say the name. I don't understand.
They don't care.
You think they watch the trailer?
They see 2 L's and they're like, all right, I know what sound an L makes. The second one must just be silent.
La Llorona.
Yeah. La 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 la.
La, 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 la. Anyway, I'm Jesse.
I'm Dallas.
And we are here to review La, 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 la.
Yep.
Dallas,
Yes.
what did you think?
You gonna do that the whole time?
The whole movie.
Okay, so nah. I'm gonna give a disclaimer real quick.
Okay.
The Nun is not a good movie.
Oh.
But if you're one of the 15 people who saw a Nun review, then you know I came out of that like
It's not even like a. You're not even exaggerating or anything. There's no hyperbole there. There's literally 15 people. You suck at
I came out of the
this.
Nun review like, yeah, it's fine. Like we spent like half an hour talking about all the dumb things in it.
Yeah.
But then at the end I was like, yeah, it's fine. As we talked about after this movie,
Mhm.
I think
The
that
only reason I'm not jumping down
yeah.
right now.
I think that movie wore out the rest of my patience for movies like this that are basically just like, it's a jump scare. All right, moving on, jump scare. Moving on, jump scare. And in between, not a lot happens that matters or makes sense. And this movie is not as bad as The Nun. This movie is better than The Nun.
There are many movies.
This
that are not
movie
as bad as
is
The Nun.
okay. But I was just like, I think I'm over it. And like, I need the next Conjuring movie to be great.
Spoiler alert, there's a Conjuring movie. Surprise!
I'm spoiled now. You know, the horror movies, we got The Us, we got Get Out, we got Lights Out, we got A Quiet Place. We're going back to like, woo. So it's
Wait,
just,
what?
Woo.
Alright.
So
What
it's
I thought
like,
you said.
exactly.
It's weird to me how vastly different our movie watching experiences were, considering we watched it together, sitting this far apart from each other. I agree with you. I think the movie itself, I'm going to put this in the same category of like Annabelle 2 and some other movies where the movie itself I think is fine. Yeah, like you said. It's okay. But if the job of a horror movie is to scare you, and it is, I actually think this movie did that really well. The scary parts I thought were really well done. I understand that it's a lot of jump scare, but unlike The Nun, which was the same jump scare over and over, it was I hear a noise, I walk into the hallway,
I say hello.
I look left, I look right, I look left again, pause for 3 seconds, then say hello, pause another 3 seconds, and then noise. This one I thought I'd like. I don't know. There was something about it, and it might just be because I have grown up with this goddamn legend, which has just traumatized the nightmares of little brown and Japanese children for generations. We all have the dark hair, white dress woman.
Gotcha.
So maybe that was it. But yeah, I think this is the first time we're gonna do a review where I'm gonna be the positive one.
Yes.
We finally got one, guys.
We got one. We did like 100 of these.
Yeah.
The story of La Llorona outside the movie has always interested me, like since I heard about it. So I think I give it some leeway on that because I'm interested in
Like the lore.
the lore itself. So
Or the Yord.
about the lore.
Yes.
Give us a talk about
Okay, so basically, when you are a young Mexican child, you get told that if you disobey your parents or you wander off by yourself, La Llorona will come get you. She's a crying woman, long black hair, white dress, who drowned her children one night because of either her husband cheated on her or what. There's always a different reason. This one, I think it was her husband cheated on her.
Yeah, husband cheater.
That's like the standard one. She goes nuts, she drowns her children, and then she is just cursed to wander the land looking to replace her children, but every time she finds a child, she goes crazy again and kills her, which really sucks for her, if you think about it. So yeah, that was enough to, traumatize me, scare me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Here's the thing, though. That image of just a crying woman walking around with her black hair and her white dress, just making crying noises, was scary enough. To me, that image of the long black hair and the white dress has become such a definitive, perfect icon of horror, which is why I say it has traumatized brown and Japanese children for generations, because it's what I see when I'm alone at night and, I'm looking at that one corner in the room and I'm psyching myself out. That is the image that, formulates in my brain of that's what's standing there looking at me now.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the trailers for this movie and they gave her this growling monster face with sharp teeth and yellow eyes and going, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. That's not what makes her scary. It's not the fact that she's going to eat my face or whatever. It's just the fact that she's there. Just seeing her walking towards you would be terrifying enough. However, having watched the movie, I think because, in my opinion, the scares were so well done, and because, spoiler alert, this is a surprise Conjuring movie, right? It worked for me better because
I think what stuff looks like.
This is what stuff looks like in the Conjuring movies. I was like, okay, once they did that reveal, and they don't wait till the end of the movie to do it. They do it in the end of the first act, somewhere in the middle-ish. One of the things that makes this movie very, very okay is Tate-Garcia, played by Linda Cardellini.
So when you say very, very okay, do you mean what do you mean? What do you feel about her?
So I think performance-wise, she's awesome.
Right.
She kicks
ass. I
agree. Her scream.
Oh my God.
Is so good, and it's not the typical horror movie, scream queen scream.
Yeah.
That was hard to say. But it's more the shit, something's in my house kind of scream. Like it was the scream you would give if you finally saw. It's the scream I would give if I saw La Llorona, confirmation that she was real in my house. It was just.
It's like it was top 10 horror movie.
Fantastic.
Scream. Like she should be a scream queen.
Right. And the character I thought was well done. Stupid, but well done. She felt like a real person. She did not feel like a wife of a cop or an ex-wife of a cop. With the cop thing, it added this level of self-defense that you would think she would have.
Right.
Which is why we were calling. There are scenes where there's a scary noise in my house. Let me go walk around without turning on any lights to see what it is. And it's not even like, oh, I heard a creak. It's, I heard what sounds like somebody breaking into my house.
But it's like, I heard doors opening.
Right.
I heard every door in my house.
We'll get to the door game in this movie. That should have been its own category in this review. That will be its own category in this review. Your husband was a cop. You got to have a gun somewhere, right? Chances are, you grab, or well, we see she has a bat, at least, a baseball bat. Why is that not the first thing you grab?
I think my main issue with her, I have an issue with this family in its entirety.
Okay.
But just the fact that, there's no point in the movie where she starts to be like, you know what, maybe I should keep a closer eye on my kids.
Right.
We're in Act 3, and she's still leaving the kids alone. And it's like, all you have to do is watch these kids.
I think it was, I forgot who says it, from here on out, keep your kids close. I'm like, why are you not?
Right. What were you doing before?
You are in the middle of the final battle with La Llorona. And you're just like, yeah, you'll be fine in that room
Even
over
if
there.
this was a regular woman, know where your kids are, lady.
Yeah.
She is.
Do you know where your children are?
Right? No, she doesn't.
I actually think, in general, the comedy in this movie is really well done. I think my favorite example of that is the sudden smash cut to the Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah.
Where we just cut to a ghost going at the screen, because obviously it's a reference to Linda Cardellini having played Velma Licious in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Velma Licious.
I said what I said.
All right. Linda Cardellini.
Yeah.
She is a white woman.
She is a white woman.
An ivory Italian, if you will.
Let us discuss her whiteness. So, okay, that was the thing when this trailer first came out. Now, weirdly, I thought this movie took place in Mexico based on the trailer. But it does not. It takes place in Los Angeles, which, as everyone knows, is basically Mexico. So, I thought it was weird that a white woman will be going to Mexico to, get scared by, I don't know, it was weird. Now what happens, it is a white woman living in LA, which, as we all know, is basically white central, so it's fine. And one of the things they said was that we took it out of Mexico because we wanted La Llorona to feel like an international threat. You're not safe just because you're not in Mexico, which I actually appreciated. I'm like, all right, that's a cool idea. As for her being white, I think you needed, for the audience watching this movie, you needed some exposition. And so had she been Mexican, we would not have got that exposition, because every Mexican kid knows who La Llorona is without needing. In fact, these kids should have already known who she was just because of their dad. That should have been the bedtime story. He traumatized with them before going to bed. So I get that, and I think it's only a problem because she was white. Had she been black, had she been Asian, it would have technically been the same problem, but less people would have complained about it.
Definitely.
So I understand the reasons why we needed an outsider to be told the legend of La Llorona, to be told all these things. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. How do you feel?
Yeah, when I first saw the cast, and I was like, oh, Velma's playing someone named Tate-Garcia. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
But you get Her husband was Hispanic. He was biracial kids, and I think
and it's Anna Tate-Garcia.
Right, but when I first saw like the cast list, it was just I think Anna Garcia. I was like,
I think we talked about that here while doing another review. We were just sitting here looking through the cast list.
One of the things that I do like to see representation of is like biracial families, because you get a lot of all or nothing. It's like, oh, everybody's white or nobody's white, and it's like, you know,
it's only if you're Jordan Peele.
It's like white people do have babies with people who aren't white, and it's like we get the representation on both sides. You know, not that we need more white representation, but I see what you're saying. It's if she was Patricia Vasquez, she'd probably already know.
As Patricia Vasquez.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to her.
You know, I was whatever about it. I like Velma, so.
Right.
It didn't really.
And again, the performance was great. So
like if everyone in this family was white, I'd be like, this is kind of a weird. Yeah. This is a weird perspective to give it.
But like I get also if people do have problems with this still, I also get that because this is like an icon of Mexican culture.
Right. You would want the protagonist to be
being told through the point of view of a white person. So I get why you might have problems, why you would have problems with it, but I also get why they did it, why they needed an outsider. So little column A, little column B, discuss in the comments. Moving on.
What I have problems with is these idiotic kids.
Okay, I was thinking about this.
Okay, think about it.
Are these kids the stupidest kids in horror movie history? Maybe. the thing about La Llorona is she only comes after bad kids. Right? That's the thing. Listen to your parents. Don't wander off on your own. So, like, I guess you need the kids to break those rules in order for Llorona to come after them?
I don't know because I'll bring it up when we talk about Patricia.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say
I get what you're saying.
Okay. She puts a hit out on this family with La Llorona somehow.
Which, to be fair, as far as Patricia's concerned, the malicious killed her children.
Right.
So I get it. I've been told mothers love their children, so I think you would understand why she would want revenge on the woman who killed hers.
Right.
Right.
Killed.
Yeah. You know, well, they
responsible
for all intents and purposes, she did because
she got them killed.
Right. She got them killed. She took them out of the house. She brought them to the place with the crappy janitor guards.
Yeah.
And Llorona got them. Which is my favorite scene in the movie, by the way. The scene with they're going down the green Daredevil hallway.
Yeah.
The two kids at the beginning. That was fantastic. I was like this.
But let's talk about the dumb
trauma.
kids. Chris and Samantha.
Yes.
Chris, I think he's dumb, but in the way that a kid is going to be dumb.
Yes and
Samantha's
no.
overtly
Samantha
stupid.
is just take her.
Because
Llorona could have her.
Honestly, there was a literal scene, and we'll talk about it. When I was just like,
a spoiler review. You guys know what scene that is.
Yeah.
The scene with the little girl.
The little girl and her stupid doll.
Oh my god.
Annabelle for some reason.
Yeah, it looked like the OG Annabelle.
The little raggedy
the actual Annabelle. Yeah.
But yeah, at that point I was just like, just come get her, bro. Like,
right, just have her.
At this point,
if I was Lita Cardellini, I would have been like, you can just take. I
still got
kid
one
anyway.
kid.
I still got one kid. He's my favorite.
He should.
But at the same time, that kid, I think he looks good by comparison.
Definitely.
But he's
also dumb.
He's really stupid. He leaves the car, which starts his whole mess.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. I get what you're saying about Patricia, because we could have not had stupid kids and just had the hitman Llorona out for her.
Right.
And that could have worked at the storyline instead of doing both.
Well, yeah, don't. If your mom tells you stay in the car, because she took you to a crime scene at like 2 a.m.
Right,
somehow.
in the middle of L.A., which, as we all know, is basically Compton. So don't go out on your... Especially in the 70s.
L.A. is basically blank. This is a common... But yeah, it's like 70s L.A. She took you to a crime scene where there are 2 dead bodies.
Yes.
Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
But also, okay, once he sees Llorona, and Llorona decides that... I don't remember this from the lore, but apparently she has to mark you with her fingerprints first.
Somehow.
Before she can drown you. Okay, fine. I was never told that. Don't run away or you'll get marked. I mean, that's not how it works. That's what my grandpa told me. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, so once that happens and your mom's like, what happened to your arm? Tell her a woman burned me.
Right.
Just be like, hey, look, listen, Linda, this is what happened. And no, she's just like, I fell. You fell?
That's
what
what
you
bothers
fell
me the
on
most.
finger-shaped hot pokers?
Because, like, why are the kids lying to their mom?
I don't understand.
Like, you get attacked by a woman. She grabs your arm.
Mm-hmm.
It burns. Your mom is like, hey, what happened? I fell. Like, it sounds like Llorona is an abusive boyfriend. Like, what? Why are you covering for her? Did she threaten you?
I mean, she's an
did she
abusive
say?
mother.
But, like, did she say, if you tell your mom, I'm going to kill you?
I don't know.
She didn't.
She didn't say anything, and she doesn't even speak English. She says it in Spanish, and maybe these kids speak Spanish because Mexican dad.
Maybe, but all she says is like mis hijos. So
that first scene though, where he does see Llorona again, this is like childhood trauma thrown up on the screen. She sees him, and she's in the corner crying, like, oh my god, like to this day, I'm a 26-year-old man. If I'm walking outside in the middle of the night, that's what I'm scared I'm going to bump into. Is just a woman in a white dress rocking, crying into her hand. She sees me and goes...
But also, see, that's what I was going to bring up is the fact
No!
that they had to, like, monsterify her.
Yes.
Because she's scary to you and probably every Latino in America.
Yes.
But, like, for me, that's a sad woman.
Well, I don't know, because is Samara from The Ring not scary as she is? It's just a girl. So stupid Samantha.
Samantha. Hanging out with near every body of water. Also, there was one point when the crowd didn't suck because when we all realized, oh my God, there's a pool. And like there were people in the audience like, the pool.
The darkest, scariest looking pool in movie history. That pool was filled with chocolate or something. It was, what the? She's like looking in the pool and why is water black? Why is your what? Linda, listen, Linda. You need to clean your pool. Because that's how you get drowned kids.
Somehow. La Llorona is trash at drowning kids.
Yeah.
By the way.
Very much so.
She gets this girl in a bathtub.
The girl's already in the bathtub. Submerges her own head in
water.
water.
She's washing her hair. She submerges herself in water.
All Llorona has to do is put a finger on her forehead.
And she somehow doesn't get this kid. Okay, that's one thing that really bothers me in this movie. Because, you know, there's always the movies where the ghost...
One job, Llorona.
All you do is drown kids. Like, that's your mission statement. That's what we hired you for. You drown kids.
That's what you're here for.
You got 2 kids. You got a bathtub. You got a pool. The little girl spends all her time...
It's raining throughout the entire movie.
Near bodies of water. So you get her to chase an umbrella into the pool, basically. And you pop up, you grab her by the arm, she screams, and you dip, like, push her into the pool.
Right.
She might drown herself.
Honestly, that's the thing. I think I said this came out of the movie. She's already in the bathtub. She's already near the pool. Chances are like 1 in 8 that she's just going to drown on her own.
Right,
so,
like, what are you
even
doing?
do anything. You don't know if she knows how to swim.
It's like, do you want the kids or not? When it comes to your kids, you're an expert. You're a pro at this.
I will say that opening.
You drown those kids in half a foot of water.
Yeah.
Like.
It's funny, when I was watching that, I know especially like you don't like things that get too dark, too intense, you know?
Yeah, depending on what it is.
Right, that opening scene, though, I was like, oh boy.
I figured we'd have to do that.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like, you're going to a movie called La Llorona, you're going to have to see some kids get drowned.
I was like,
man, that was...
I was like, we got to watch it. Yeah, we got to watch it. We can't just get like a text crawl.
Yeah.
We can't get the Star Wars
like
episode 6 of the Conjuring.
And then the kids drowned.
Yes. She drowned the kids. All right, moving on.
You got to watch it.
Like, ooh, we got to watch this happen. We got to watch you drown these kids in a puddle.
It's like Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. You can't just be told that she had the sex. You got to watch it.
She's trash at her job.
Yes. But her door game is strong.
Her everything game is strong, except for drowning kids. That's the thing.
No, but you don't understand how much doors are important to this movie, Dallas.
She opened so many doors.
So many doors are like key plot points. It's we need to close the door. We need to open the door. We need to keep the door closed. And you keep the door open. Like, Llorona's coming through the door. Oh no, there's a chain on the door. Her one weakness. Like, it was so many doors doing so many different things.
Like, she can unlock a door from the inside, even though she's outside.
Unless she can't. Yeah.
But then also she can just teleport sometimes when she wants to.
Yeah.
So it's like,
unless she can't.
What does she need the door for?
What are her powers?
Why do you need to unlock the door? Just get the kids. Like, the car didn't have any salt lines around it.
No, and she rolled down those windows so slowly.
Cranked them down.
One at a time.
Just
give the kid time to crawl around the car.
But then later on, you know, when it's like, oh, it's Conjuring time, she's yeeting people across the house.
Conjuring time.
She's just force throwing Linda and Tuco and the kids and Patricia. And it's like, you telling me this ghost had to slowly crank that window down? All right, the kids are stupid.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's talk about someone who's not stupid.
Okay.
Rafael.
Yeah. Played by...
Tuco Salamanca.
Tuco Salamanca from Breaking Bad. Don't act like you did.
I did it on purpose.
I'm sure you did.
Breaking Bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was... Okay, when he first showed up, I thought this guy's going to be the stupidest part of the movie. because you've already established, like, Linda, who feels like a... Yes, Linda, Anna, whatever.
Yeah.
Who feels like a very real person. The kids, while stupid, also were giving great performances, felt like real kids. This guy comes in and he's a cartoon character. And I was like, this guy's going to be the worst part of the movie. This guy was the best part of the movie.
It took me a while for him to grow on me because of the way he was giving his lines.
Yeah, he's very Clint Eastwood about it, everything he said.
And like, there's a...
Llorona is coming for you.
On the
your
show...
children.
But also just, like, if you've come to gawk at my shop,
That's such a stupid line. Like, isn't that what your shop is for?
Right. Like they walked in, and you're just gonna be like, get out. Like, what do you? How do you get customers?
You want to go out of business? Because that's how you go out of business.
He was like a way better version of the priest from The Nun.
Oh yeah.
Because he's efficient.
Right.
And he knows what he's doing.
And he's funny.
Yeah, and like he can actually do something. Mm-hmm. He's not just doing this.
Well, actually, I think The Nun is the only one of these movies to not take place in the 70s, because that one's like in the 30s or something.
It's like old school.
Old school. So, you know, they didn't know. They didn't know what they were doing yet.
Yeah. They
didn't have the science down of.
I mean, he left the church because they wouldn't get the science down,
right.
apparently.
He knows all about saving people, hunting things, family business.
Yeah. Haha.
There it is.
So I don't really have a lot to say about him.
True. Well, I did love, like, the preparation, because that was like deep cut Hispanic stuff that I had forgotten about. Like, yeah, the saging, everyone does the saging. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been blessed before with sage, true story. I actually had a pastor that to cleanse myself of whatever dark spirit is following me around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally was the completely true story, and it didn't work.
When was this?
Years ago, as anyone who knows me can attest.
You might need to re-up on that.
Oh yeah. But I forgot about the eggs. That was fantastic. I did the eggs. I actually came after watching the movie. I went to talk to other friend Jesse Ray. You have met him. He's Hispanic, and I was like, "Remember the eggs?" He's like, "Oh, the eggs!" Like it's like a deep-rooted memory.
Oh, the eggs.
In every brown child, like the back of every brown child's brain, I was like, "Yeah, that's a thing." Yeah, every time you move into a new house, you got to roll the eggs in there, and you pray over the house. You bless the houses. That's pretty cool. No time have I ever done it where then I crack the egg open and this boiling black liquid comes out. It hasn't happened to me yet, but it did lead to probably my favorite line of the movie. Just ta-da. Ta-da.
But also, I love that when he comes into the movie, it turns into an episode of Supernatural.
Yes, that's what I loved about it.
He's doing like the salt lines on the door.
Yes.
He's making weapons out of like holy water.
Salt, it was firewood.
Yes, like well, not firewood. It was like a fire
tree wood.
Flower. It was like a tree.
It's called fire tree.
If you say firewood, it just sounds like he's laying like logs.
Back to the pool scene, because I think that goes back to what I said at the beginning. Where, as a movie, not that great, but as a scary movie, very scary, because Sam is at the bottom of this pool, and Anna goes in to save her daughter, right?
Yeah.
And she's looking around, and of course, this water is just ink black for reasons. Mm-hmm. She sees her daughter. She's going to get her, and then Llorona comes out. I'm like, great movie. Great. You wanted to make Llorona scary. You put her under the water for me, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Also, because I didn't see that jump scare coming.
Really?
Yeah. And it didn't have the build-up. Like, this movie, the way it does it, it's like...
So you thought they were going to be in the water, and she's just not there? Like,
I thought she was... I don't know.
She's on a 15?
It was the way it was shot. It was, frantic. We're looking around. POV shot. Yeah. There's a girl. We're going to... Rah!
Yeah, that's the one I was like...
came out and...
She's definitely coming.
You didn't give me the... I figured we'd have, like, a slow, quiet scene of her swimming towards her.
Because, like, Llorona's trash at her job, but she's not trash enough that the kid can get in the pool.
Actually, I think
she's not going to be there.
That might have been my favorite scene, though, because Raphael's above the pool, and he starts praying over the water. I was like, is he about to do what I think he's about to do? And sure enough, Llorona lets her go, disappears. What'd you do? Your pool is now full of holy water. I was like, dude, that's cool. This franchise, all the Conjuring movies, does such a good job at making religion cool. The marketing of this movie did not sell it as a Conjuring movie,
right?
But it does say, like, from the producers of the Conjuring, mm-hmm. And if you look at the movie, it looks very Conjuring-esque.
Yeah,
I actually thought that when we opened with the the 70s song going and the one shot going through the house, looking at the family running around. It's the same opening scene as the Conjuring.
It's very.
So I was like, oh man, you guys, you really, because James Wan likes to do that. He's like, you know what? I am James Wan. If I find a director I like, take you under my wing, let you make one of my horror movies, give you a big old movie, and hopefully you branch out from there and you can make a Shazam movie. Cool. So I was like, oh man, he was really just taking after his mentor, James Wan. They found out, no, it is a Conjuring movie. It explains a lot. It explains the cinematography, even like the lighting and coloring. It just looks Conjuring-ish. The monster face, the 70s setting.
Also, one good thing I do want to shout out is that umbrella scare. Like, logically, it just makes more confusion as to
That's why I was like, okay.
Like, I don't know what Llorona's powers are or why she can exist in this, like, umbrella dimension. Right. But visually, it looked really cool.
Yes.
Because it was like...
Which is something that all of these movies excel at.
So, speaking of James Wan and his franchise.
Yeah.
The Conjuring 3 is next?
No, Annabelle 3 is next. Annabelle Comes Home.
Oh, no.
Well, here's the thing, though. You still haven't seen the trailer, have you?
Is that the one where the girl touches everything?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. This girl, I'm already confident, is going to give Sam a run for her money on dumbest person ever.
Yeah.
Because from the trailer, all we need to know.
Here's the thing. unless they do the thing that Llorona started doing, the movie Llorona started doing, which is like the kids are under some kind of spell, right? So they're forced to come to Llorona.
Maybe. You take it to a room, they say, hey, don't touch anything. Everything's haunted. And presumably after that, she just runs through it, hand stretched out, and like gives high fives to everything. Because how do you touch everything in a haunted room? How? Everything?
Runs through like an Olympic sprinter.
Exactly. What'd you touch? Everything. Like, oh, okay, so it's going to be
Kobe Bryant coming on.
That's what I'm thinking, like, Kobe Bryant. She's just running through. Annabelle, crooked man. Freaking.
Some demon's like, hey, sign my crucifix.
So, yeah, I'm not excited for Annabelle 3.
Here's the thing. I am excited. Now, this whole universe as a whole has been very hit or miss. Mm-hmm. But I've loved the Conjuring, the 2 movies titled Conjuring. I've loved both of those. The ones with Ed and Lorraine in them.
Right.
Annabelle 3 has Ed and Lorraine in them.
True.
I know the movie's called Annabelle. But if you can give me a movie that's essentially Conjuring 3...
I mean, they probably... I think they will. I think Annabelle 3 is their Civil War. Like, it's a Captain America movie.
Yes.
But it has them all in it. It's basically an Avengers movie. Mm-hmm. So, Annabelle
Ed and Lorraine are about to go at it.
They're gonna disagree on how you stop a demon.
Yeah. They always do. Every movie has that scene already,
exactly.
I'm going with you. No, you're not.
But yeah, all I need is for something in that room to be motion captured by Andy Serkis.
You know what? There's like a life-size samurai armor kind of thing in that room.
I'm with it.
Be a samurai. I feel like that's culturally something.
That's definitely whitewashing, maybe?
If he's motion captured.
He's motion captured. He's not a man. Andy Serkis. Annabelle Civil War. Cool. Do it. Make it happen.
Let us know in the comments what you thought of the Curse of La Llorona. Are you Mexican? Do you have that fear ingrained into your DNA? Where do you rank this in your Conjuring list? On a scale of The Conjuring to The Nun.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make, because like on Letterboxd I make lists.
You haven't seen Annabelle though, the first one.
I don't want to.
I mean, if you're gonna rank it, you gotta watch it.
I just put it at the bottom.
What do you want? What cultural folktale creature do you want to see a movie from next? You want to stick with the Mexicans? Get us a Chupacabra movie next.
I'm with
it. Movie, a Chancla movie. You tell us in the comments below. Or we could do Bigfoot, Nessie.
Are you black? Do you want a movie about when you forget to take the chicken out the freezer and your mom comes home? On that note, you can find us at the Reshoots on the medias.
All the medias.
They're on the screen somewhere. Where can I find you, sir?
Not in Mexico. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at thejester1138. I've started using my Instagram at least. Twitter is.
I mean, just saw you tweeting about Game of Thrones and such.
True, yeah, I've been live tweeting my Game of Thrones. So follow me on Sundays specifically for the next 4 weeks, and then you can unfollow, I guess. I don't know.
You can find me on Twitter at King Named Simba.
It's about to become really relevant soon.
I'm like really scared that like Disney's gonna hit me with that cease and desist when Lion King comes out. Have fun out there.
Have fun out there.
The Curse of La Llorona.
That's it. Really, that's it. We're gonna go there.
Of La Llorona.
The Curse of La Llorona.
The Curse of My Sharona. All right.
Breaking Bad shirt for some reason. Oh, because Tuco.
Yes,
you
that's
didn't
why
do that
I did this. Yes, I did. It's officially.
Oh no. My sombrero.
Cool. It's gonna get dark.
Man, this review got dark.
And then he's like putting in the thing. She's like, "What's that for?" It's like anti-venom. And I'm like, "Wait, that's not how you use anti-venom. If a snake bites you, you don't throw poison at the snake."
Listen, that might work. If there's a snake coming after you, you throw something at it, it's gonna run away. It's gonna slither away.
Or it's gonna bite you. Like, it's gonna bite you harder because you made it mad.
Little column A, little column B.
But whatever. It worked.
It worked.
Just throw stuff at her. She needs direction. She needs like a ghost coach.
See, but that's the thing. Of all the ghosts, like ever, she has the most direction. Your purpose is to drown the most easily killable thing on this planet.
A child.
Yeah.
Sank somebody.
Janitor basically just busted like, boom! Flashlight in the face. You sleep? Hey, you kids doing all right? Hey!
Like, he doesn't.
Are you sleeping?
Like, he doesn't say any of that, but he might as well.
He says it with his face.
Like, these kids are their first night.
If your door opening, freaking doors in this movie, man. If your door opening is so loud that it counts as a jump scare, you're opening your doors wrong, man. The kids are asleep.
They're trying to.
Let them sleep.
We gotta sign out. We gotta do the thing.
I want to talk about the short film where Michael Myers comes in to kill a kid, but the kid hasn't done the dishes yet. And so the Mexican mom just comes and beats Michael with the chocolate. And then Jason comes in after, and you see Michael with tears coming out of the eye holes, and he looks at Jason and goes, That's amazing.
That is amazing.
All right.
I wanted to think of a fake one for Colin, but like nothing came
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
you got to do the Colin thing.
I couldn't think of one.
Find Colin at stupid kid.
See, like, I was gonna say like drowned child, but like it's not funny. It's just depressing.
At La Chancla.
I don't know. We got nothing for Colin. Sorry.
That's true.
Find this next time.